Sinners?
Yeah.
Who was the last to see it? You, Malik?
I saw it last night.
All right, go first.
First things first. Is it possible for Ryan Coogler to make a bad movie? Because I don't think it is.
When I say so when Jazz first asked to go see this movie, I didn't know anything about it. I kept seeing the little previews, and it was just like Haley Steinfeld covered in blood. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I loved this movie.
That movie is incredible.
I
That movie was
absolutely
great.
love this movie. And it so far as it is my favorite original movie to come out in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just thought it was amazingly done.
Yes.
You know,
Delta, Mississippi, during the Delta, Mississippi era.
The only thing I hate about this movie is the fact that there's not more to it for me to keep learning about this universe or how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hate about this movie. Like, because I'm like, I want to know more.
Yeah.
You know,
Preacher Boy. That boy can sing.
Yeah. This is his first ever movie.
Yes.
He's going to be a star.
He's going to be a
He's
star.
a star.
Did you hear how he got the movie?
No.
He's like a backup singer for her.
Oh.
And she was like, "Oh, you should audition for this movie."
And
he killed it.
He killed that movie.
Absolutely killed it. He's
I'm
like 20 years old.
He's
too.
only 20, yeah.
He started singing. I'm like, God damn, his voice is so distinct.
Yeah.
Man.
Like,
that scene of him
he
singing,
is a blues singer.
Yeah.
Like, you should, the way his voice sounds, he should only sing blues.
That scene of him singing and all the ancestors and all the future descendants all coming in, that scene was so beautifully done that I was just
cinematic
like,
masterpiece.
Man, I was like, this scene is powerful. I was like, Ryan was doing something when he filmed this, man. I was like, this was, I love the movie, man.
Yeah, I don't think he can make a bad movie.
Michael B. Jordan playing 2 roles like that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was, Smoke and Stack.
He did so well that me and Jazz later, we were like, who'd you like more, Stack or Smoke? Who'd you like more, Stack or Smoke? And we're like going back and forth like they were 2 different people. And we're like, it was Michael B. the entire time.
Right.
Yeah. Excellent job by him.
Yeah.
Excellent job by him.
He's becoming a top tier actor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He has become, like, when he first started, getting major roles, he was a good actor.
Yeah.
But you definitely saw some things that you're like, okay, that's not exactly great.
I'm finally starting to forgive him for getting G-Baby killed. Sorry.
But but like, yeah, he's becoming one of the best current, like, generation actors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, he is incredible. And, like, I'm just amazed at how Ryan Coogler can make any kind of movie. Because, generally directors have their genre.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm going to stick to action. I'm going to stick to love.
Yes.
He can make whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, Marvel, let him make the Blade movie.
Rumors going around and they were talking to him about making an X-Men movie.
I'll take that too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this was like vampires done right.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy. And to think that we almost lost Ryan Coogler like 3-4 years ago. Remember when he went to the bank? Remember he went to the bank to take money out?
Oh, yeah. And was it the cops?
Yeah. We probably wouldn't have had this movie.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
But anyway, don't do it better now.
Because he was trying to cash a check from what? Creed? Or was it Fruitville Station?
It was about 3 years ago.
You ever seen Fruitville Station?
No, I refuse to watch it.
That is one of the movies. I watched it one time and I was like, I will never watch that movie again.
That's one of those movies I do not want to watch because, one, I have a general idea of what happens.
No, because Michael B. kills that role too.
Because I read about it.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't want something angering me that I know how the world is.
Right.
I don't need something thrown in my face. Now I'm angry because of how the world is. Like,
right.
I don't want to feel that kind of emotion.
Right.
I don't watch movies to feel that kind of emotion.
But that was it was a good movie, but it was just like I can't rewatch this, man. But yeah,
they're a great duo. They've done literally all his big movies. Every single one of them has Michael B. Jordan in it.
Yeah.
Fruitvale Station, Creed, Black Panther.
Now
This.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I'll say this. I don't blame Preacher Boy. Pearline, whew. When she first came on screen, I was like, sheesh. I was like, she fine.
I was hoping she was going to make it out.
I was too, man. I was too. I'd have had to kick the what's her name out. Like, oh, you want to let them in? No, you go out there with them.
You talking about the Chinese girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting on my nerves.
That's my question. Would you have done what she did?
No.
Do you know why she did what she did?
At the very least, I'd have been like to Remick, you only you can come in. And then we jump this dude. Because here's my thing. What sense of free will did they have as vampires? Because remember, spoilers, obviously, Stack grabbed what's her name? What's Haley Steinfeld's name in the movie? Why am I blanking?
Mary Louise.
Yeah, Mary. And left before they killed Remick. So he already had some type of free will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. If they did have some type of free will and they were still kind of themselves, why were they, attacking them?
See, I think it depends on the level of free will.
That's what I'm saying. What level of free will?
See, that's where there's some muddying of it in the movie, because you definitely saw parts of free will, like when, what's her name? The one Smoke was tight with.
Annie.
His wife, yeah. Technically it was his wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When she got bit and he killed her, Stack was like, why did you do that?
Yeah, so
he was upset by that.
So did Mary. Mary started crying. Remember, she was screaming, and that's when Stack grabbed her.
Yeah.
And
they were like, what? Like, what? So there is the free will.
Okay.
And it shows that they're still in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The post-credit scene showed that they're still in there.
Hey, the Coogler sweater with the Gumby, man.
Hey, it was the 90s.
I want all of that right now.
Haley was looking right on that scene. But anyways.
But then you see the other stuff of everyone else just kind of crowding around Remick.
Yeah.
So it is muddy in that situation where you're like, if they have this free will, why are they just kind of just standing there?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to think about? Like the after effects, like Pearline and Annie's husbands have no clue what happened to them. They're just gone. And like no one knows what happened to all these people. They're just like, okay, the Ku Klux Klan showed up and this black dude killed them all.
Yeah, Cornbread wife don't know what happened with him.
Never got to put his pecker in her mouth.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, I didn't realize everyone used to say it looked like Cornbread years ago. That actor, because he was in Transformers too.
He was in 8 Mile.
8 Mile and CSI Miami.
I watched. He was one of the linemen in Ballers.
I did not watch Ballers.
But
with The Rock, was that Ballers?
But yeah, you're right.
I watched the whole thing.
All of these people, Marie
They're just gone.
Was married. Pearline was married.
Mm-hmm.
Cornbread.
I don't know if y'all noticed.
All these people just go. Yeah, you're right. They're just gone.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but Smoke stayed safe until the end of the movie.
Yeah.
He finally removed that bag.
Yeah.
Like that thing, like she said, it kept you safe all this time.
Right.
And it did through the entire movie. And once he removed it, that's when he took them out and then he sat there and died.
Yeah, but I think he kind of wanted to, because she told him.
Yeah, of course.
She told him, you're coming.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
You're coming.
Yeah.
Like, she knew she was going to die. She's like, make sure you kill me. Don't let
Right.
me turn into one of them things.
Right.
And she was like, and I'll see you when you come over.
I hate the internet and its theories, and I had to suffer, so I'm gonna make y'all suffer too.
Oh, God.
Because someone showed, remember at the end of the movie, Stack said that was the last time I seen the sun.
Yeah.
And that was the
60
last
years.
time I seen my brother.
Yeah.
Yep.
And somebody stitched that, and the last role he played with Chadwick Boseman was the end of Black Panther. And that's when he looks at the sun, and he was like, that's the last time I seen my brother. And I was like, and I hate y'all for doing this.
Yeah, why'd
And
you
I
do
was like,
that?
because now
Yeah.
I'm sitting, I was at home like damn near in tears, and I'm like, I'm gonna make y'all suffer with me.
God damn it.
Misery loves company.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Because when they did that, I was like, oh man, why y'all do that, man? It was literally like as the sun was coming up,
Yeah.
Right.
that end scene. But so I'm
But,
sorry, I had to.
So like as y'all know, when we did our top 80s, I had Lost Boys at number 1, and I'm not a big scary movie type of person, but I hold that movie very high for vampires. And I have to say, I think Sinners is better than Lost Boys, and that's a lot to say for me because,
Yeah.
like I said, I hold that to a high standard.
This movie was
and-
amazing.
One thing I will say is one vibe I immediately got once it kicked off from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you're someone who's never seen anything about either movie, you're going to get the same feeling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You start from Dusk Till Dawn. You think it's a heist movie.
Right.
Bank robbers on the run. They kidnap a family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You think it's a heist movie. Then it just goes left. You're like, where the
Yeah.
fuck vampires come from?
Right.
You're watching Sinners.
Same.
You
type
think
thing.
it's about, some guys in post-prohibition,
Yeah.
trying to start a juke joint. They did some stuff. They alluded to basically them robbing the Italians and the Irish.
I seen
Yeah.
I seen a thing. Basically, that means they would have started or been the reason behind the St. Valentine's Day massacre.
I don't know when that took
It was
place in
it would have
history.
been like right before they went back to Mississippi, because that was between the Irish and the Italians.
Mm-hmm.
And so and then somebody pointed out, I don't know which one was which, but I think Smoke wore the red hat, or the Smoke wore the blue
Yeah.
Kango.
Smoke War Blue.
And
yeah.
they was like, that was indicative towards the Italians at that time, or the Irish at that time. And then Stack had the red fedora. They was like, that was
for the Al Capone stuff. Like, yeah.
yeah. So they was like, it was showing that they were each on each side,
Right.
Okay.
and they was like, that's probably how they did it, because they think, well, this dude's on our side, and then they see another dude on the other side that looks just like
Right.
him. They think he, you know what I mean? They don't. You know
They
what I
don't
mean?
correlate them as twins. They think it's the
Exactly.
same person.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I definitely have that as probably the best vampire movie now.
I
Then I got Lost Boys at 2. Then I could put Dusk at 3.
Mhm.
Twilight, I don't care. Interview.
Twilight's not a vampire movie.
Yeah, Interview with the Vampire, I don't care. Like, I never really. Look,
You
I
skipped
didn't-
over Blade,
Oh yeah,
Underworld. Don't go to all those terrible movies.
Well, no, Blade wasn't terrible at all. But
No, I said don't
yeah.
go straight to those terrible
Oh,
movies over
yeah.
Blade and Underworld.
Yeah.
But I have those 3 at the top 3 now.
Sinners
like,
is a great movie.
Yeah.
It
And of course, some people got butthurt.
yeah.
What was the white guy got to be the vampire? First of all, in common pop culture,
Mhm.
the vampire's always been white.
yeah.
Dracula, white. Where are they from? Transylvania. That's white.
Romania.
I was seeing people that was like on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh, Remick was racist." I'm like, "Did you watch the movie?
Yeah,
Remick
like-
clearly wasn't racist. Like,
Not even close.
his whole thing was that, I don't know if y'all paid attention to this. When he first showed up and he was running from the Native Americans, he said the Choctaw are chasing me. He called them by their name.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he realized when he
He's-
looked at the robe, he was talking to racists.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, oh, okay, well, I need to get in there.
Yeah.
And then he flipped it. You know
And
what I mean?
even
Like,
then, he changed them. They were like, he was like, I learned everything. His uncle's the guy that sold you the
yeah,
mill.
he even told
He's
him.
the Grand Master.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna go take care of him once we're done here.
Yeah.
So you don't even got to worry about that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he 100% was not racist.
No,
And,
that's what I was
at
like. People,
all.
I was like,
So-
were you not paying attention to the movie? I'm like,
So when he first showed up to the house, did you realize he was a vampire? Because I didn't at first. I'm like, what's wrong with him?
So his back was smoking,
Yeah.
and the sun was rising.
Yeah.
It was
So that
it was
supposed
setting.
to be,
It
yeah.
was setting.
Supposed to say,
Or
but
setting.
It was setting.
setting.
Was it setting?
No,
It was
no.
setting because he was getting there. That's why the
Oh,
the
yeah, that's why
Choctaw
they left. That's why
They're
they
like,
left. You're
sun's
right.
going down.
You're
He got to
correct.
go.
You were correct, yeah. So
Yeah.
but
But that was cool. Like I think a lot of people didn't even realize what that was at the time until he started
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, duh, vampire. Now that makes sense.
I think the best is like the TikToks people have been making, and that's like how if Remick wanted to get people like the black people to come outside and like
Yeah.
now, and they start playing Back That Ass Up, and they hear that dun dun dun, and all the girls come out, and
Right.
it's like that's like that'd been the best way to get them.
Yeah.
Like,
But what's crazy about the thing is, I was watching someone who was giving their little thoughts on the movie, and they were like, outside of not seeing the sun, what he said, what he offered them
He'd
wasn't
got
that
me.
bad.
He'd have got me. I'd have
It
been like,
wasn't
hey,
that
look, don't touch my face because I don't know if that heals.
Yeah.
You can bite my back or something. You know what I mean? Send one of the girls to bite my back. But I'm coming out there. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the heat anyway. You can't
Like-
go outside. All right. Hey.
Like what he was offering wasn't that bad. He's like, hey, we're gonna be fellowship. You're still yourself
Yeah.
as Stack and
Smoke.
no, Stack and what's her name?
Mary.
Mary
Yeah.
showed at in the post credit.
Yeah.
They're still themselves.
Mhm.
Right.
So he was like, you ain't really making a bad offer here.
I mean, he did offer him. He was like, no, I'm just gonna go.
Can we talk about how Preacher Boy knew Pearline for 24 hours and loved her for the rest of his life?
Yeah, he named his club.
after her and everything. I'm
Mhm.
like, bruh, you 24 hours. That's all you knew her.
Well,
It
I-
wasn't
Like,
even that.
Well, after he got the
Yeah,
taste, after
yeah.
he got the taster, that's all he needed.
Yeah, that
that's
is.
just all
That's
he
it.
needed.
I
I
couldn't
love
help.
when he was outside and he was like, he found that button.
I love how she was like, nah, let me wash. I walked here. He's like, just want to taste you.
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie, that movie, I loved it, man.
Yeah,
I
that
loved
movie's
it.
great.
Oh, Delroy Lindo was also great in the movie. Too.
Delroy Lindo's always
he-
great.
Yeah, the LeBron's dad, as they always say.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, he was
yeah.
definitely great.
the drunk in this movie, but no, he, I didn't like that he sacrificed himself, but I get it.
Hey, he said the devil tried to get me plenty of times. He gonna have
Yeah.
to go through me before he get
Yeah,
to you, and he meant that.
He
man.
meant that.
Yeah,
He definitely
so,
meant.
but
I tell you this though, I'd have shot him in his head a lot sooner. I'd have shot him and Pearline. They'd have been too fast. Because as soon as she is like, I don't want to eat the garlic, I'd have been like, this ain't no taste test.
no,
This
yeah,
ain't no taste test. Like, none of us just want to eat
Yeah,
garlic.
yeah.
And then when he started doing I'd have been like, bow, he did. I'm sorry.
oh yeah.
He was freaking out. What you want me to do? Like,
It's messed up that they threw dude outside. He was
Oh,
he was
yeah.
bit.
He's like, let me in, smoke.
I love the memes of cornbread outside, like, and it was like dead or alive. I want my money.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Give me my money.
Mm.
Bad, yeah,
The way he put his hand out was
yeah. Nah, that movie was great. Man.
Yeah,
it was
definitely
great.
definitely great.
It was like you said. Anything Ryan Coogler touches, it's
That's a movie I'm
top
probably
notch.
going to watch 100 times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I think I'm buying that
Yeah.
like a physical copy, and
Man.
if any of them show up to a Comic-Con that I'm
Yeah.
going to, I think I
Yeah.
might get that side.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
I got Lost Boys on DVD, so I definitely
Yeah.
have to get that on
Yeah.
DVD. So
And it's wild to think that Haley Steinfeld's part black,
Mhm.
yeah, she said she had to learn about her roots from there. Like,
but like she's like in the movie and in real life, her
yeah.
I think you said her paternal grandfather is half black,
Mhm.
Okay.
so
They
she's
said-
like 10%. But
They said Josh Allen was punching the air watching that movie. I'm like, what's his name was punching the air? Shamik Moore. Yeah, I'm like, Shamik Moore was crying watching that movie.
Well, when she was on top of him,
Yeah.
in that room.
Yeah, that is,
and she was. I'm sorry, the stuff she was saying to Smoke or Stack My wife says that to me. We going at it immediately.
No, she was
yeah.
wilding in that movie.
Yeah.
man.
She was
wild.
saying, "Oh, you gonna come? You know what? Let's go.
Like she was
You
wilding.
ain't gotta ask me twice."
Yeah. Nah, facts. But the only thing, I think the drooling I was good off though.
Yeah,
I'm like, that was the
yeah.
drool necessary. Like, come on, but but
Yeah.
but other than that, though, it was still great. I wish I was there dancing.
Yeah,
I ain't got no
They
rhythm,
was
but I would have
outside
been.
getting it.
Yeah,
The vampires.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
getting
yeah,
into that
he-
song outside. I'm
he was doing the river dance like a motherfucker.
Mhm.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he got me though.
Yeah.
Oh, live forever? Okay. Like, super strong? Could kind of fly? Fast? Yeah. I'll be out. Just
I couldn't
let me
do
get my
it
coat.
because I love the
Because they
heat.
might not let me back in here.
I couldn't do it because I love the heat, so I would just be dead. So I would just take the super
I don't
soldier
forget
serum.
that.
So
Well, yeah,
I really enjoyed that movie. I like this.
it was great.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
it was
movie.
great.
I'm looking forward to the next. Soon as Ryan Coogler announces he's releasing a new film, I'm there. I don't even need to know what it is. I'm there.
yeah.
I'm watching it. Don't matter.
So, of course, I took my wife to see it. She said it was okay, but like she didn't like all the N-word stuff that that they were saying. I'm like, well, honey, I was like, that was in the 30s and it was in Delta, Mississippi, so that's
She must hate Quentin Tarantino movies. Then.
She probably even know who Quentin Tarantino is. But anyways, but yeah, like she liked it, but she said, but like I said, she just didn't like all the cussing and because she hates that word. And I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of what happened back then.
Yeah, that's what they
And
did.
it still happens now, but it was really,
It was
the
accepted
one thing-
back then.
yeah.
The one thing I peeped is, did you see how they did the street? Like, it was black people on one side and the white people on the other
Okay,
side when they was at the market and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Mhm.
I was like, that was accurate.
Right.
One thing I saw is how how the Asian family.
Yeah, they ran both markets.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
the way they spoke, the wife spoke more like the white people,
Yeah.
while the husband spoke like the black.
Yeah.
And they
okay.
said if you pay attention to the movie, he was on the black side, she was on the white side.
Yeah,
And she never, and they was like, when he first saw Smoke, he embraced him and hugged him.
Yeah.
She first saw him, she started negotiating money.
Yeah.
And then they was like, and then at the end, he wanted to stay and beat her for them. And she's like, no, let's go.
Yeah.
And they was like, she was never really with them.
Right.
And then she caused their downfall in the end.
see,
Yeah.
I disagree with that statement because the reason she wanted to go was because they have a daughter.
Boy,
This
yeah.
is before that, like before they knew what happened. When they just this is before Remick told her, like, and her husband changed.
Yeah, no, but
Remember, she was trying to go as soon as Stack died.
yeah.
She was like, forget this, let's leave.
She's like,
And it was like,
I don't know what's going on. We need to go.
Yeah, but
we have a daughter. We got to get back to her.
yeah, but he's like, we have to be there for them. Like for him, it was like, these are like family. For her, it was
Right.
just like, this is just a business. Let's get the freak out of here. You know?
Yeah,
So
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have left too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I'm out. Like,
yeah, like-
I don't want to deal with that.
like there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd have wanted to leave too. Like there's nothing I can do about that.
Get in the truck and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find, especially, it's not just, oh, Stack died. Smoke shot the person that killed him, and then they just got up and ran out.
Yeah.
No, dog.
We
Deuces.
gotta get in the truck. Get in the truck.
I'd have done the same thing.
Y'all
to
would have
white
wanted to leave. I'd have been like, no, because that person got shot and went out there. I'm staying right in here until I know that person ain't out there no
No,
more.
I'm out.
Yeah,
Because,
you
I'm
got
like,
that.
I'm out because at that point they don't know.
Their
if they can
cars
come
weren't
back
parked
in.
close.
But what I'm saying is they don't know that they can't come back in.
That's true.
And she's like, when right before she left, she said, "We're gonna kill all of you.
Well, you gonna have to come get me.
I'm out.
I'm not making it easier for you by going out there.
I'm out."
So, yeah.
Especially she's thinking one person, Haley Steinfeld. So she's like, "Let's get the car. Let's fucking go."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't blame Grace. I don't blame her at all.
Shoot, I do.
I don't blame her for nothing. You talking about I'm about to go get your daughter. No, all right, then you got to deal with me first.
Plus, she only had to make it till the morning, and morning was right around the corner.
Morning wasn't right around the corner.
Man.
It was a couple hours away.
Yeah.
Well, they was only fighting for like 30 minutes, and the sun came
That's
up.
because of the movie. It's
Yeah.
it's movie magic.
Well, remember, they was like partying half the night, so the morning really was right around the corner.
Did Preacher Boy's dad know about the vampires or something?
No,
No, he's
No,
just a
he
preacher.
No,
he's just a preacher.
He's
yeah.
like,
And you know that whole time period, they were talking. Blues was devil's music.
Yeah.
okay.
So the preacher's son is playing the devil's
Right,
music. So he's
okay.
like, no, leave that stuff alone. You're going to bring the devil back with you.
right.
That's what it was.
Okay.
He wasn't like, oh yeah, there's vampires out there, and you're just going. No, he's doing it
And
from a
then remember,
religious standpoint.
the guitar was Smoking Stack's dad's,
Yeah.
and he thought he was an evil man
Yeah,
because of like what he did. Obviously,
See, that's why I thought it was his dad knew. Because remember how on Lost Boys, where the uncle, he knew about the vampires. At the end of the movie. So that's why I thought maybe the dad might
no, the dad didn't
Because then
know.
that uncle was like, you know what I hate about Santa Clara? Those goddamn vampires. That's why that's what I thought.
No,
was
the
going-
dad-
Okay.
Dad's just a preacher,
A southern
Yeah.
preacher, that old school. Yeah,
old school
yeah.
Baptist preacher.
Yeah.
then
okay.
again, maybe he did because he wasn't shocked about a giant scratch on his face. His son was all
Yeah.
jacked up. He
Well,
was just like, I told you. I'm like,
Well,
that
he
don't
said-
look like no party scars.
yeah.
he said the devil.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
So the devil can be anything.
yeah, that's true.
And we saw a dude that got cut by the razor. He could have been like, that's a straight razor cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because they showed multiple people get hit with a straight razor in that movie.
okay.
So it's not new.
I love the foreshadowing of Stack being like, Preacher Boy, like, can I drive? He's like, don't worry, you could drive back.
Exactly
I
what
was
he had
like,
him
that
do.
was
He had him-
foreshadowing.
Yeah, had him drive
So-
back.
But I got nothing else on it, man. I just love the movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Can't wait till it gets released on DVDs.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely buying a Blu-ray of that.
For
Absolutely.
sure.